Welcome back to another episode at Consciously Evolving Enterprises. As always, I am your host, Mr. Ryan Dylan Brasington. It's a double S, not a Z. Anyway, today's story, well, let's just say it's another visit to Dr. Tennillious' office. Hilarious as it might be to you, for me as a child it was quite stressful and tenuous. But it caused some teams which was tenuous for me to be best later on, which is now, I guess. So, anyway, handed by my mother, I am an invite to go again to Dr. Tennillious' office. Yes, I dread it, because last time it was a child's investigation of what a seance is. Putting my hands on a mirror and conjuring a ghost from one's past named Mary Jane Walker. As hideous and vicious as she might be, it was quite confusing, as a child might be in an office of a psychologist named Dr. Tennillious. But anyway, I grabbed my mother's hand and off to the office we go. To Dr. Tennillious. Well, I may as well put on another show. But in the office we go, and I'm sat down and not presented with any puzzles or any type of mirror. I'm rather asked questions about my past and my current residence. I'm only a child, so how far in the past might you go? Are you going to hypnotize me once again? And I'll talk to an adult version of myself in a room with no windows, no cracks in the walls, not even a door? We're going to go there, we're going to explore my mind once again, Dr. Tennillious. But rather that, instead, a piece of paper slowly placed down on the table in front of me. A circle was drawn. And the doctor simply asked, where in this world might you be, if this was your world that you see? I simply asked, Doctor, do you have another piece of paper? The doctor politely reached to his left and handed me another piece of A4 paper. Do you happen to have some scissors I could borrow, Doctor? I borrowed and I cut out a cross. Then some arms and some legs, and I asked for some sticky tape. I cut out the circle and I made a head. I said, you see, Doctor, if this world was the world that I'm in, it is everything that I see, it's everything that I be. This is the world, and this is me. Now we look at a stick figure made from the paper that you handed me. The doctor done nothing but sat back in his chair and hummed to himself, and made a slight gesture down on his piece of paper. So I had to ask, oh, doctor, what did you just write? And he said, well, child, have you ever heard of borderline personality disorder? And I, as a child, reflected back, well, no, doctor, I've never heard such a word. And so I sat back in my chair as we both reflected on what borderline personality disorder could be. He said, you see, it's a border around. It's placed for you and me. It's put there. And if one would cross that border, it would seem they wouldn't be the same as they were just before they crossed the border. I looked at the doctor in confusion and I said, Doctor, who put the border there? And he had no answer for me. As he questioned the air, Good question, he said. I'm not sure who put the border there, but it's there for society. And if one were to cross it, they'd be outside of the norm, outside of acceptance, outside of everything we see. It'd be unnormal for you or for me to cross that border, you see. And once again, as a child, I could only ask, well, Doctor, who created the border? He scratched his head once again and said, well, thank you for coming to the session, but it must now come to an end, as he scratched his head and closed his book and left the room. Such sudden movements, I was left with nothing but gloom. So I left the room and went home with my mother, but yet the doctor stayed for another hour contemplating the discussion he just had with a child of what the border meant and how one might perceive the world that they're in. Is this a disorder of borderline personality, or is it savant, someone that can see further than you and me, but is not accepted by anyone other than their mother or their father? And crazy talk as this might be, it is a reflection of the time that I had with Dr. Tennillious in an office that was nothing but white walls, nothing but plastic plants, nothing but a coffee table with 2 chairs. Once again, I'm booked again to see Dr. Tennillious in a month's time. I wonder how our conversation ended after his thoughts concluded. Thank you! Please like, subscribe, do whatever you kids do these days.